I'm Elizabeth Randall. I'm the Managing Director of STR Global.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us here. We're at the Arabian Hotel Investment Conference 2012. You were on stage this morning talking delegates here through your views on the Middle East. How would you say that UAE and the Middle East generally are faring after the headlines of the last year?
Well, we're actually seeing very good results for the Middle East as a region in total. I mean, certainly it's a very mixed market, and every country has different contributing factors to each success, and also the challenges that could occur as well. But overall, when we look at first quarter of 2012, we're seeing the Middle East as a region performing 10% above where it was last year for the same time period. So certainly, positive growth when we talk about RevPAR, which is revenue per available room, and certainly one of the key measures for the hotel industry. Ending the year 2011, we did see positive growth in the region as well. So even after coming off of a difficult year, the year ended in a very strong position, and that success is trending into 2012.
See, 2 years ago we were talking about the recession, a year ago the Arab Spring. It's almost as if it's returned to normal now, business as usual.
It has, and we were looking at, for example, we did a RevPAR index, so we looked at the RGI from 2008, so before the downturn, before the global economic crisis hit, and every region across the world was affected, and we compared current performance to 2008 performance. And we're about 80% of where we were in 2008. But something to consider during this time as well is that in the last 4 years, we've seen a completely different type of hotel market emerge. We now have a much more diversified market, diversified product offering with the introduction of more budget hotels and mid-market hotels. So, which I think is a true testament to a developed hotel market when you have every segment represented from luxury all the way down to budget. So there is a new normal in the marketplace, and I think that while the 2008 figures are still a fantastic measure to achieve, we also need to appreciate that overall RevPAR is going to be a different measure this year as it was 4 years ago before the downturn, just given the new supply in the marketplace.
There have been quite a few negative headlines politically over the last 12 months. Egypt, Tunisia, big markets which have been hit hard. Is there anybody who has benefited and picked up the slack from the fall in those areas?
Well, we don't actually measure inbound tourism and whether we don't track travel intentions from that perspective, but anecdotally and just with the data and the increase in demand, we are seeing that the UAE is benefiting from some displacement. There's also increased domestic tourism within Saudi Arabia, and Saudi Arabia is a large source market for Egypt. So one can assume that with the displaced demand from Egypt and the increase in domestic demand in Saudi Arabia, that rather than traveling abroad, a lot of the Saudis decided to travel to domestic cities and enjoy their own home country's offerings rather than traveling abroad.
Would you agree that Saudi Arabia is perhaps one of the most exciting destinations hotel-wise over the next 2 to 5 years? A lot of people are saying that a lot of investment is going to be headed in that direction.
Yes, there is, and when we look at the data, end of Q1 for 2012. Saudi Arabia, from a RevPAR perspective, has the strongest growth in the GCC nations. So certainly there's a lot of interest, a lot of investment going into the country, and I think that as the hotel development continues and as the markets continue to absorb the supply as quickly as they do, there's going to be an opportunity for success.
Who do you think will be staying in these hotels? A lot of their offering at the moment is religiously focused, but they're more business-oriented clientele, that sort of direction?
It really depends on the market. In Riyadh, it's primarily it's entirely business. When we look at Jeddah, a lot of that is gateway tour. It's tourism because Jeddah is a gateway city into Mecca and Medina, and then certainly Mecca and Medina is 100% religious tourism. And we are seeing the increases as we're seeing the number of visas that are provided for pilgrims. As the number of visas issued increases, then we're seeing the demand increase as well.
Okay, thank you. They're all very exciting.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.